Top Test Prep.
Hi, my name is Krishna and I'm a tutor with Top Test Prep. Today I'd like to talk to you about a key secret to the SAT, which is that you can exploit the order of questions on the SAT. Now, you may not know this, but the questions on the SAT are not presented in a random order. On the contrary, they actually have a very strict order. They get harder as they go along. On every section of the SAT, except for the section with passage-based reading questions, the farther along in the section you get, the more difficult the questions are going to be. You can use this and be a strategic test taker to get the most out of your test-taking experience. There are two major tips to keep in mind. The first is to pace yourself. Keep in mind that as you go farther along in the test, since the questions are getting harder, it's important that you don't rush through the exam only to get to the questions that are going to be hardest for you to get. All questions on the test are worth the same amount of points, so it's far more important that you take your time earlier on in the test and make sure that you get the easy points, since the harder ones are going to be just more difficult to get. The second thing to keep in mind is to be mindful of tricks as you go through the exam. Remember that if you're at the end of, for instance, the math section, and the question seems so obvious that it took you almost no time to solve the problem, if that problem seemed easier than the past 10 problems, it's quite possible that you might have missed a key step in solving it. Take another second and reanalyze and check your bases. Just make sure that there's nothing you missed. The opposite also applies. If you're at the beginning of the section and it's taking you forever to solve this problem, it might just be that you're overthinking it. At the beginning of the test, they're supposed to be easy questions, so if you're thinking about it for far too long, take a step back and try it again and see if you can see a simpler way to do it. For more tips on how to master the SAT, you can sign up for a tutoring program with us at Top Test Prep at 800-51-PREP or visit us at toptestprep.com.